I would love to be able to give you a big theme for the Easter Festival this year, but in fact, as so often, it's really not like that. We've tried to give a program which is very, very varied. I cannot think of a link between Puccini's Manon Lescaut and Bach's St. John Passion, or Strauss's Heldenleben, or Stravinsky's Sacre de Printemps, but all of them are extraordinary pieces. For all of us, the Puccini really will be a voyage of discovery. For me, it's the first Puccini I ever conducted. It's the first time the orchestra played Manon Lescaut in its history. The last Puccini they played was Tosca with Karajan, and so many people have been saying, please, 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 let's play some of this extraordinary music. I was very happy to be able to persuade Richard Eyre, the great British director and a rare visitor to the Opera House, but always a superb director of opera as well as theatre. I was so happy to be able to persuade him to come and work with us. And for the orchestra, of course, Manon Lescaut of all the operas is the most virtuoso. It's the piece which made Puccini famous, and it's a piece in which in a way he threw absolutely everything he had wanted to do in. And for an orchestra, this will be a gigantic challenge. One can tell it was the piece also that Mahler fell in love with Puccini with. I asked my friends in the Vienna State Opera if they had a set of parts that they could lend us to work from, and they said, oh yes, we still use the parts that Mahler used. And with his changes in dynamics, everything, what even looks like his handwriting. For me this summer, I spent a little time with Placido Domingo, and I said, you know, I'm going to do my first Puccini, and do you have any advice for me? And being Placido, he said, oh, I'm going to be in Berlin in December. We can spend as much time as you like. And so we spent a lot of time. I sat in my room listening to Placido sing me the entire piece, sing everybody's parts, tell me everything he can remember about conducting the piece, everything he can remember about all the sopranos he worked with, the kind of educational experience that everyone should have, and I feel blessed to get. We can't wait to play this astonishing piece, written more or less the same time as Heldenleben, which our deeply loved guest Zubin Mehta will conduct. In other concerts we perform another, what we call ritualization of Bach, of the St. John Passion. Our experience with Peter Sellers working on the Matthew Passion has been maybe the most moving thing we've done in my years here, and it's something that we all look forward to. We can't wait to see what Peter comes up with, because he has a way of stripping down what is going on there just simply to meaning. Nobody is left with ego, nobody is left thinking, how well do I play? All of us are thinking, what do we mean? What are we trying to say? And we've all learned also an immeasurable amount from Peter. But as I speak, it's nearly January, and I still don't know what he's coming up with, so we wait with bated breath. Some other wonderful concerts we play with two great soloists, Anne-Sophie Mutter, and in her debut with the orchestra, Solga Betta. With Anne-Sophie we play the Brahms, with Solga Betta we play the Elgar, and around it three masterpieces, the Stravinsky Sacre de Printemps, and a kind of little journey that I made up between Ligeti's Atmosphere and the prelude to Wagner's Lohengrin. Atmosphere became famous through Kubrick's film 2001. Ligeti seemed to be the best music to express the vastness of space and the unknowability of space. and it's still one of the most original and, as its title suggests, atmospheric pieces you can have, without melody. I mean, almost without harmony, but with a feeling that it's flying in from an immense distance. And of course the Grail, which is at the centre of Lohengrin, should have come from an even further distance. So we feel we're adding the cosmic to the spiritual. And we've had the experience when we've put these pieces together, we play without a break, that this first A major chord of the Wagner is almost a shock after the sounds, after these distant etiolated sounds of Ligeti, and that it gives a completely different journey to the Wagner, as though it's come from the far recesses of space. So I hope you'll come and join us at these concerts. I hope you will enjoy them. We are so lucky to have the opportunity to really make our own festival in Baden-Baden. It is full of so many concerts, so many chamber concerts, so many things the orchestra have wanted to do for so many years, working with young people, working in theatre. For us, a magnificent opportunity and a wonderful way to spend Easter.